Hello, this video is coming to you from my backyard, and well, yesterday I made my first video about what your purpose in life is, and what else did I talk about? Something else, but I don't remember what it was. So this is only my second video, and I'm not entirely sure what all I want to cover, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it. With Empower Network, they encourage us to read every day, and so I've been working really hard to make sure I get in at least 20-30 minutes of reading every day. Some days I will admit it doesn't really happen, but today I am reading 52 Things Daughters Need from Their Dads. Okay, and it's by Jay Payleitner, Payleitner, if you wanna look into getting a book like this. I started reading it while I was in Chicago on the plane ride home, and my whole motivation for wanting to get it was that I know that my dad back home in Phoenix, I'm in Kingman, about 3 hours away, is he's having a hard time with my 3 little sisters. And there's some family drama obviously wrapped around that that I won't get into, but I know my dad's heart. I know he makes a lot of mistakes, and I know he's kind of confused about a lot of things right now. But I also know that my dad, underneath all of it, all his mistakes, he just doesn't know what the right things to do are, and I feel as though it can be up to me, to try to show him that I do still love him, and that I care for him, and I hope that he can work things out with my other three little sisters, and I do hope that one day they can all have a close relationship with him, and I look forward to getting to know my dad on a different level, getting to feeling like I have a strong relationship. We do have a good one. We can talk well, and he tells me things that I don't know. We're friends, I would say, and I've always been pretty close to my dad. It was just through teen years that kind of fizzled out. But so what are your relationships look like with your parents? Maybe your dad in particular, but I mean even your mom. I know my mom's also having a hard time, and it's really going to take effort of the whole family, and not just my family, but everybody's. If you want a better family life than what you have right now, what kind of effort are you putting into having those strong and deep relationships with the people that you live with, or how they are. Wait for that loud thing to pass. Since I've moved up here to Kingman, I haven't really kept strong ties with my family. I do talk to them, and I get along well with most of them, and it's easy to do that once you move out, but the fact of the matter is they're still struggling back there without me, just as much as they were when I was there. And so it's tough to see that, because you want your family to be happy, and there's a lot of love in my family, but there's also a lot of drama. But I would assume that that's pretty normal. Now that I've been living in Kingman for about just over a year, I believe, I have another family, a bigger extended family, I guess. I don't know. It's not really a whole lot bigger. It's just me and Jeremiah and our little baby dog. She's actually sitting right here. Come here. You guys want to meet my puppy? Come here. She's kind of stubborn. Oh. Can I have a kiss? Oh, thank you. So this is my puppy. She's a German Shepherd, so maybe it's easier to see on camera than my dog, but I know she's beautiful, huh? But we got her when she was 4 months old, and now she's just over a year, and you know, she's just a great pup. But yeah, point of what I was talking about before is, you know, those strong relationships and those bonds are not going to just happen, and you have to be willing to overlook the other person's faults and the other person's mistakes, or you know, nothing's ever going to change. If you can't forgive, then first of all, you're the one that's going to be hurting. You're the one that's just holding on to that anger and that frustration and that judgment. And you know, I can't say that I've never done that. I mean, I still to this day have problems with just forgiving people. And you know, actually, there's a group of people that up until my Chicago trip, I couldn't forgive. Even in the beginning of my Chicago trip, I thought about them, and I guess I can tell you a little bit about what happened. I joined a church about a little over a year ago, year and a half. Well, probably maybe 2 years by now. But I joined a church, and I joined because I just wanted to find out what the Bible said. Find out, you know, how could I know that I don't believe in it if I don't know what it said? And so throughout the process, I did join that church that I was learning the Bible from, and you know, made some close friends in that church. But not too long after joining, gosh, I don't know how to really talk about it even, but there were they didn't agree with what I wanted to do for a living, which it was network marketing, and so this is, you know, blogging and making videos is much different than what I was doing before, but you know, it's the same idea that you're trying to, you know, I'm selling something to other people. Okay, here in Empower Network, I am selling you the opportunity to help yourself grow and to find out who you are as a person and to really just become a better person, and you know, helping other people do that as well. And for me, it's always been about that. It's always been about more than just the company, about more than the money. It's about what's happening on the inside, the transformations and changes, and shifts of mindset that are happening underneath the skin, that are happening within you. And they didn't understand, and it may not be their fault. Maybe I didn't explain it right. I mean, they didn't really give it a chance. They didn't really give me a chance, and I'm not saying that I didn't have any fault in this scenario, but I know when I walked away from that church and I walked away from those friends and that section of my life, it was very difficult, and I to this day do not talk to any of them. And I remember thinking about them on my way to Chicago, or at some point during the trip. I just know I thought about them and I said to myself, you know what, I really still am holding on to this and I can't let it go. And every time I have thought about them since that happened, there's just like this ache that I feel or have felt. And my last day in Chicago, or on the way home, or I don't know, at some point, I just realized that the only person holding on to that was myself. The only thing that was making me not forgive was myself. And the only person who was, I mean, I can't speak for them, but for me, I was holding on to a lot of pain, and I I couldn't even tell you what really changed that allowed me to let it go. But for one, I was tired of feeling that way about it. I just wanted to move on, and I guess I realized it just really didn't matter if I hated them or if I didn't, and it was really just holding me back from feeling happy and from feeling full in my life. And today, I can happily say I'm at a point where it doesn't bother me what happened. I mean, if I ran into them on the street, am I gonna say let's go hang out for lunch? You know, chances are, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't, depending on the person, I would say it could happen and I could be good with them. But just the thought of them doesn't hurt me like it used to. And I have to say, if I didn't have Empower Network, I wouldn't be able to say that. So I just don't know. But I wanted to share that with you, and if you had any thoughts, go ahead and let me know. Feedback, whatever. But thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.